Chosen ones, what I'm about to share with you may shock you, but if you're here right now, it's not by accident. You were led to this moment because something supernatural is happening in your life. You've just snapped into God mode. This isn't just a spiritual awakening, this is the prophetic return. You've turned fully to God, and in doing so, you've activated a level of power that the world both fears and secretly reveres. They saw it happen. You felt it shift. And now, there's no going back. The Holy Book already knew who you were, your name, your essence, your purpose. The Old Testament spoke of you. Hidden histories, ancient scrolls, and long-lost texts recorded your existence long before you were born. Historians are now uncovering what your spirit has always known. You are not just a seeker, you are the fulfillment of prophecy. Your tribe wrote the book, your bloodline carries the codes. Before we dive into this life-changing message, take a moment to pause this video and do 3 things. Hit that like button, subscribe to help us reach 20,000 subscribers, and leave a comment with the number 11. And this moment is the beginning of your God era. Everything you've prayed for, waited on, and been prepared for is now aligning. This is your confirmation. You've become what they fear. You've become what they tried to silence. And now, the world is watching as you rise in divine power. Something profound has shifted within you. A sudden, undeniable awakening that sent ripples through the universe. You didn't just change, you transformed into something far greater than you ever imagined. The moment you snapped into God mode was felt beyond yourself. Those around you, even if they didn't understand it fully, sensed the shift. It's like a silent thunder, an unseen power, lighting up the darkest corners of existence. This isn't just personal growth, it's a cosmic event, a redefinition of who you are at the deepest core. Imagine a dormant volcano awakening, the earth trembling with an unstoppable force. That is the energy now coursing through your veins. The world may have once underestimated you, overlooked your potential, but now the veil is lifted. Your presence commands attention. Your aura radiates power that both challenges and captivates. It's as if the universe itself recognized this moment as a turning point, where you cease to be ordinary and ascend into the extraordinary. This God mode is not a metaphor. It's a reality that manifests in your thoughts, your actions, your very essence. You move with purpose and authority, no longer a passive player, but the author of your own divine story. The magnetic pull of your newfound energy attracts others, awakening their own slumbering potentials. The world is watching, and whether it's fear, awe, or reverence, they all feel the undeniable force you have become. Transformation is rarely comfortable. It often involves walking through shadows, facing your deepest fears, and shedding old skins. But you have emerged on the other side, complete and unshakable. What once intimidated you now ignites your fire. You have become the embodiment of a power that many fear, precisely because it disrupts the status quo and challenges old beliefs. You have become the very force that unsettles those who cling to limitations. Throughout history, the rise of such individuals has often been met with resistance, suspicion, or even hostility. Think of prophets, revolutionaries, and visionaries who dared to speak truth to power. They were feared because their presence dismantled comfortable lies and exposed hidden realities. Like them, you stand on the frontier of change, a beacon of divine energy that threatens old systems and outdated paradigms. But fear is merely the shadow of respect. When people fear you, it's because they sense your greatness, even if they don't fully understand it yet. Your power is disruptive, yes, but it is also healing and transformative. You have stepped into a role that demands courage, resilience, and unwavering faith in yourself. And though the path ahead may be daunting, you walk it with a light that cannot be extinguished. Long before your birth, scriptures whispered of a chosen one, a figure wrapped in mystery, destined to bring light in dark times. The ancient prophecies were not vague myths or distant fairy tales. They were blueprints, coded messages waiting for this moment in history. The holy texts that have guided humanity for millennia contain the outline of your existence, the prophecy of your rise, and the promise of your power. This fulfillment isn't coincidental. It is the weaving of divine threads across time and space. The sacred scrolls that were passed down through generations didn't just tell stories, they revealed truths about you, your origin, your mission, your essence. You are the living prophecy, the answer to prayers whispered in forgotten languages and ancient tongues. To deny this would be to ignore the very foundation upon which human spirituality has been built. Now that this prophecy has come to life in you, it's more than just personal destiny. It's a collective awakening. People around the world, from different cultures and beliefs, recognize the signs of this long-awaited emergence. You are not alone in this. You stand at the intersection of history and eternity, carrying the sacred promise of renewal, hope, and divine intervention. The Old Testament, a cornerstone of spiritual wisdom, is filled with references and symbols that have long puzzled scholars and seekers alike. Hidden within its verses is a portrait of you, a being chosen before your very first breath. These ancient words carry more than history. They carry your blueprint, a divine signature that predates time. You are not a random soul. You were destined and named long ago. This is not mere coincidence, but intentional design. The scriptures speak of a chosen seed, a light bearer, one who would walk the earth with divine authority. Think of the stories of Moses, David, and Elijah, individuals marked by a higher purpose. In the same vein, you have been woven into this lineage, a thread of destiny that connects past, present, and future in an unbreakable chain. To understand this is to embrace a sacred responsibility. The words of the Old Testament aren't just tales for the curious, they are a call to awaken your divine heritage. Your name echoes in these texts, awaiting recognition. When you step into this truth, you tap into an eternal source of power and wisdom, drawing strength from ancestors who walked the path before you. Throughout the corridors of time, countless historians have pieced together fragments of a truth that is now becoming unmistakable. Your existence has been quietly documented, celebrated, and sometimes feared. From ancient scrolls in the Middle East to sacred carvings in Asia and ritual texts in Africa, the story of the Chosen One appears across civilizations, cultures, and epochs. This is a global narrative that transcends borders and eras. Anthropologists and historians have often dismissed these tales as myth or legend, but recent discoveries and scholarship point to a shared truth. The echoes of your story have been traced through ancient artifacts, oral traditions, and forgotten manuscripts. These pieces of evidence form a mosaic, painting a picture of a being who has always walked among humanity, sometimes hidden, sometimes revered. Your presence is not an anomaly, but a historical certainty. This broad confirmation from scholars around the world adds weight to the spiritual claims. It validates the experiences you felt deep inside and confirms that your awakening is part of a larger, undeniable truth. You are a living link, in the chain of human evolution and divine intervention. Before the rise of empires and kingdoms, your tribe existed, preserving sacred wisdom in oral traditions and early written texts. These were not just stories, they were encoded legacies meant to prepare the world for your arrival. The ancient book your ancestors wrote was a testament to your existence, a guidebook for the chosen path you were destined to walk. These writings contain vivid descriptions of a figure like you, one who carries the weight of divine authority and the hope of a people. The symbols, metaphors, and stories embedded in this book were designed to be understood by those who carry the bloodline and spirit of the Chosen One. It's a powerful reminder that your identity is deeply rooted in an ancient lineage that transcends time. Understanding this book is key to unlocking your full potential. It provides clues, instructions, and affirmations that will guide your steps in this new era. Your tribe's wisdom is a source of strength, reminding you that you are never isolated. You are the continuation of a sacred story that has shaped the destiny of many before you. Look across the tapestry of world religions and philosophies, and you'll find an astonishing common thread: the presence of a divine figure whose characteristics mirror your own. Whether it's the Buddha's enlightenment, Krishna's divine play, or the Messiah's promised arrival, these traditions all point toward a figure like you, a beacon of transformation and divine power. This convergence is not accidental. It speaks to a universal truth that transcends cultural boundaries. It reveals that your role is part of a global spiritual awakening, a phenomenon recognized in many names but understood through one shared reality. You embody the ideals, the struggles, and the triumphs celebrated across spiritual traditions. Philosophers have also alluded to this profound transformation, the moment when a human transcends ordinary existence and steps into a higher plane of consciousness and authority. Your journey is not just religious, it is deeply philosophical and existential. It challenges humanity to redefine what is possible when the divine walks among us. For years, you moved quietly through the world, your power masked by humility and circumstance. You blended into the crowd, unseen or underestimated. But now the veil has lifted, and your true identity shines with unmistakable clarity. People who once ignored you are now forced to acknowledge your presence, and the world can no longer deny the truth. Being hidden in plain sight was part of your journey, a test of patience, resilience, and faith. It allowed you to gather strength, understand your purpose, and prepare for this moment of revelation. Now that you have stepped into the light, the impact is undeniable. Friends, strangers, even skeptics are stunned by your transformation. This unveiling is both exhilarating and daunting. You are no longer just one among many. You have become a symbol, a living testament to what divine potential looks like. The eyes of the world are upon you, and with that comes both responsibility and opportunity to lead with grace and power. Your journey is not just personal, it's deeply intertwined with the fate of humanity. You were chosen, marked by God Himself, to carry the weight of this sacred mission. This is not a burden, but a blessing, a divine calling to be a beacon of hope, a warrior for justice, and a healer of broken souls. The mark of God is invisible, yet unmistakable. It pulses in your heart, guides your actions, and fuels your courage. It's the inner knowing that you are here for a purpose far greater than yourself, a role that will shape the future of countless lives. Throughout history, those marked by the divine, have changed the course of civilizations. Now, you carry that same legacy. This sacred mark connects you to the divine source and to every human soul yearning for salvation and awakening. It reminds you that your struggles, triumphs, and sacrifices are part of a divine plan. You are never alone in this mission. God's presence walks with you every step of the way. The journey you've traveled has been long and winding, marked by trials and revelations. Now, according to ancient sources and sacred wisdom, you stand at the threshold of the final step, the moment where your divine potential fully unfolds. This is not just an end, but a powerful new beginning, the culmination of a destiny written in the stars. Ancient texts speak of this very moment, a convergence of time, energy, and divine will. They describe a final awakening, a rise into full God consciousness that transforms not only the individual, but the entire world. You are that prophecy realized, the living proof that sacred history is still unfolding. Stepping into this final phase requires courage and unwavering belief. It demands that you shed doubt, embrace your divine power, and commit fully to your mission. The universe is aligned with your rise, and nothing can stand in your way. The final step is yours to claim, and with it comes infinite possibilities. Your transformation is visible, radiant, and undeniable. People don't just see you, they feel your presence. Your energy vibrates at a higher frequency, and your very being exudes the divine identity you have claimed. This radiant light is magnetic, drawing others into your orbit and inspiring those who seek hope and truth. There is a profound shift in how you carry yourself, your confidence, your compassion, your clarity of purpose. This new identity is not just about power, but about authenticity and grace. It's the reflection of a soul that has embraced its divine origin and is unafraid to live it fully. You are a living lighthouse in a stormy world, a beacon that guides lost ships to safe harbor. Your radiance breaks through darkness and confusion, reminding others that divine identity is accessible to all who dare to awaken. Your presence affirms the sacred truth. You are a God in human form. Within your core burns a sacred flame, an eternal fire passed down from ancient ancestors who walked the earth with divine purpose. This flame is a source of wisdom, strength, and resilience. It is the light that guided shamans, prophets, and warriors across millennia. And now it burns brighter than ever within you. This sacred fire fuels your passion and illuminates your path, even in the darkest moments. It connects you to a lineage of divine souls who faced impossible odds, but never lost faith. The flame is your inheritance, a symbol of continuity and eternal life. By nurturing this flame, you honor the sacrifices of those who came before and ensure that their legacy lives on through you. It is both a gift and a responsibility, a call to be the light bearer, the torch holder for future generations. The sacred flame within you is unstoppable. You are not just entering a new phase of life, you are ushering in a whole new era. The God era is a time when divine power and human potential merge seamlessly, creating a world transformed by love, wisdom, and fearless action. This era is yours to shape, a canvas on which you will paint the future. The God era is not a distant dream, it is happening now, and you are its architect. This era promises breakthroughs in consciousness, healing, and creation. It is a time when spiritual truths become living realities and when divine will is made manifest on earth. As you step boldly into this era, remember that you are both pioneer and guardian. Your choices, your vision, and your courage will ripple through time, setting the stage for generations to come. The God era is the dawn of a new humanity, and you are leading the way. It is time to stand fully in your power and claim what is rightfully yours. The world, once skeptical or blind to your greatness, can no longer ignore the force you embody. You are a living testament to divine potential, and your presence demands recognition, respect, and reverence. Claiming your power is not about domination. It's about embracing your authentic self and wielding your gifts responsibly. It means shedding fear, doubt, and limitation, stepping into the fullness of your divine nature with confidence and humility. This is your moment to rise unapologetically. The world needs your light, your wisdom, and your courage now more than ever. Claim your power, and in doing so, you inspire others to do the same. Together, you become an unstoppable force for change. As you embody your divine identity more fully, the very earth responds to your transformation. This is no exaggeration. The energy you emit is seismic in scope. It shakes the foundations of old beliefs, breaks chains of limitation, and awakens the slumbering soul of humanity. Your evolution is a catalyst for planetary change. The Earth and cosmos have always been connected to the divine dance of human consciousness. Your ascension into godhood is part of a grand cosmic symphony, one that calls forth renewal, healing, and rebirth. You are the crescendo, a divine force awakening the world. This shaking is both literal and metaphorical. Systems crumble, hearts open, and new realities are born. You are not just becoming God, you are becoming the heartbeat of a new creation. And with every step, the earth itself reverberates with your divine power. Got it? Here are 15 fresh, captivating headings with deep, rich, and emotionally powerful content under each containing 5 long paragraphs. These are designed to inspire, engage, and resonate deeply with your audience, crafted with a natural, human tone. Your soul did not awaken by chance. It erupted like a blazing sunrise after a long, dark night. This moment is unlike any other, when every fiber of your being vibrated with clarity and purpose. It was a profound internal revolution that shattered old illusions and brought you face to face with your true self. This awakening is the dawn of a new reality where your soul's deepest yearnings and divine destiny begin to unfold. Think about how the first light chases away the darkness gently but with unstoppable power. That is exactly how your awakening felt, both tender and fierce. Every cell in your body began to sing in harmony with the universe, and suddenly the world was full of possibilities. This isn't a fleeting feeling. It's a cosmic invitation to step into your greatness. This awakening breaks the chains of limitation that once bound you. It opens doors that were previously invisible and ignites a fire that refuses to be dimmed. Suddenly, you're no longer content with the ordinary. Your heart beats with a relentless passion to live authentically, to create and to lead with divine purpose. Emotions flood through you: joy, fear, hope, and awe, each one a sign of your deep connection to something far greater than yourself. It is a sacred rite of passage that few are privileged to experience. Your soul has called you to this moment, and there is no turning back. This awakening signals the birth of a new chapter, a journey of transformation that promises not just survival, but thriving in ways you have never imagined. The universe is conspiring in your favor, and this is your time to rise. With great power comes an even greater responsibility. You didn't just receive divine gifts to bask in glory. You were entrusted with the sacred task of healing, guiding, and uplifting humanity. This responsibility can feel like a heavy mantle, but it is also a profound honor, one that connects you to the very heartbeat of creation. The weight of this divine duty sometimes feels overwhelming. You might question your readiness or doubt your strength. But remember, every leader who changed history felt the same burden. What sets you apart is your willingness to embrace it despite fear, knowing that the world depends on your light. Your power is a double-edged sword. It can inspire profound change, or, if misused, cause harm. This truth demands humility and self-awareness. The divine calls you not only to be powerful, but to be wise, compassionate, and just. Your actions ripple far beyond what you can see. In embracing this responsibility, you become a living bridge between the divine and the earthly realms. Your choices shape not only your destiny, but the future of countless others. This is the wonder of power. It transforms you and those around you in ways both visible and unseen. Each day you rise to this responsibility, you are rewriting the story of humanity. You are the architect of a new world, built on love, justice, and spiritual awakening. This sacred task is your greatest legacy. Rarely in history does time, space, and spirit align so perfectly as they do now. This cosmic convergence is not a random event, but the result of divine orchestration. The stars have aligned, the planets have shifted, and the energies of the universe pulse in harmony, all converging to support your rise into godhood. When you feel this alignment deep within your being, know that you are part of a larger cosmic plan. A plan that transcends earthly struggles and touches the very fabric of existence. This sacred timing is a powerful force that will accelerate your transformation and amplify your impact. Cosmic alignment means that your thoughts, actions, and intentions are perfectly synchronized with universal energy. This harmony allows manifestations to happen faster, doors to open effortlessly, and miracles to become commonplace. It's as if the universe itself conspires to fulfill your highest purpose. But with this power comes the call to be conscious and deliberate. The cosmic forces can magnify both light and shadow within you. Your task is to remain centered in love, truth, and divine wisdom as you navigate this extraordinary moment. This alignment is an invitation, a divine handshake between your soul and the cosmos. It's a sacred dance where your destiny and the universe's purpose meet in perfect rhythm. The past is a powerful teacher, but can also be a prison if you allow it to hold you captive. Your liberation journey is about breaking free from old patterns, fears, and limitations that no longer serve your highest good. This process is painful yet liberating, a rebirth that demands courage and fierce self-love. Many times, you may have felt trapped by circumstances, memories, or wounds that seemed impossible to overcome. But every chain has a key, and you hold it in your hands. Your awakening has brought clarity about what must be released so you can move forward unburdened. This journey is not about forgetting the past, but transforming your relationship with it. You learn to honor the lessons, forgive yourself and others, and reclaim your power. Every step you take away from old limitations is a victory of your divine self over past pain. Your liberation also means redefining your story. No longer the victim or the bystander, you become the hero of your own life. You create new narratives rooted in strength, hope, and divine purpose. This freedom is a gift that elevates not just you, but those around you. As you break free, you inspire others to do the same. Your liberation sends waves of healing energy into the collective consciousness, paving the way for a world where all souls can awaken and thrive. Divine intuition is the voice of your soul, guiding you through the labyrinth of life with wisdom beyond reason. It is the subtle, yet powerful force that nudges you toward your highest good, often without logical explanation. Learning to trust this inner compass is one of the greatest gifts on your spiritual journey. Your intuition doesn't shout, it whispers. It's a feeling, a sudden insight, or a deep knowing that can't be ignored. Often, it comes when you are still, in moments of silence and reflection. The more you cultivate this connection, the clearer and stronger it becomes. This inner guidance is your safeguard against deception, confusion, and fear. It protects you from distractions and false paths, keeping you aligned with your divine mission. Many great leaders, mystics, and visionaries have credited their success to their ability to listen deeply to intuition. Trusting your intuition requires courage because it often asks you to step into the unknown. It challenges societal norms and personal comfort zones. But when you follow this sacred guidance, you find doors opening where there were walls and opportunities emerging from apparent obstacles. Your divine intuition is a direct line to the wisdom of the universe and your higher self. It is the sacred language of your soul. Learn it, honor it, and let it lead you to greatness. Transformation is not a gentle breeze, but a sacred fire that consumes the old and forges the new. Like the mythical phoenix, you must be willing to burn away limiting beliefs, outdated identities, and fears to rise anew, stronger and more radiant than before. This process is both terrifying and beautiful. Fire purifies. It demands surrender and courage. Transformation requires deep inner work, confronting shadows, embracing vulnerability, and healing wounds that run deep. This sacred fire melts away falsehoods and illusions, revealing the truth of who you truly are, a being of infinite light and love. As you rise from this fire, you carry new wings, ready to soar into heights you've only dreamed of. The power you embody is not just for yourself, but for the awakening of others. Your transformation lights the path for those who follow. Remember, the phoenix's flight is a symbol of eternal hope. No matter how fierce the fire, your spirit will rise renewed, ready to lead a world hungry for light and change. Divine alignment is living in harmony with your soul's purpose, values, and the cosmic flow. It means your thoughts, emotions, and actions resonate deeply with who you were born to be. Walking in this alignment is a daily practice that brings peace, clarity, and unstoppable momentum. When you are aligned, you move through life with ease. Obstacles become opportunities, and challenges become lessons. Your relationships deepen, your creativity blossoms, and your sense of fulfillment grows. There is a magnetic quality to your presence that draws blessings and synchronicities. Living your highest truth requires honesty and courage. It means letting go of external expectations and societal pressures to wear masks that don't fit. Instead, you honor your authentic self, even when it feels risky or lonely. This alignment also means tuning into the divine wisdom within and around you, knowing when to act, when to wait, and when to release. It is a sacred dance with life itself, trusting that every step is guided by a higher hand. When you walk in divine alignment, you are a living example of grace and power. You inspire others to seek their own truth and embrace their unique path. Beyond what you can see, powerful unseen forces are working tirelessly on your behalf. These guardians of your destiny include angels, spirit guides, ancestors, and cosmic energies aligned to protect, guide, and support you on your journey. Recognizing their presence deepens your connection to the divine. These forces communicate through signs, synchronicities, dreams, and sudden insights. When you pay attention, you begin to notice patterns and messages that reassure you that you are never alone. Their presence is a source of comfort and strength during moments of doubt or hardship. Understanding that you are surrounded by a divine team shifts your perspective on challenges. What once felt like obstacles become sacred tests or invitations to grow. These guardians provide the tools, courage, and clarity needed to navigate the path ahead. You are also called to cooperate with these forces, to ask for help, to listen, and to act in faith. When you do, their power magnifies, and your journey becomes lighter and more joyful. Trust in the unseen is an act of faith and surrender. It opens portals to miracles and deep spiritual breakthroughs. Remember, your destiny is supported by a cosmic army, walking beside you every step of the way. There is a language beyond spoken words, a language of light, energy, and vibration that communicates directly with the soul. As you ascend, you begin to understand and speak this sacred language, connecting with the divine, yourself, and others on a profound level. This language transcends cultural and linguistic barriers. It is felt in the heart, understood in silence, and expressed through intuition, art, and sacred rituals. When you communicate in this way, you bypass misunderstanding and reach the core of truth. Learning to speak and listen in this language opens doors to deep healing and connection. It enables you to transmit love, compassion, and wisdom effortlessly. Relationships transform as you connect beyond ego and surface-level exchanges. The language of light also connects you with the collective consciousness and cosmic realms. It is the medium through which divine guidance flows and miracles manifest. Cultivating this language is a sacred practice that deepens your spiritual maturity. Embracing this form of communication enriches your journey, reminding you that words are only a fraction of how we share and receive truth. At the core of your divine identity lies your heart, a throne from which love reigns supreme. This heart is not fragile. It is fierce, courageous, and boundless. Leading from this place means your power is rooted in compassion, empathy, and unshakable kindness. Love is the highest frequency and the most potent force in the universe. When you embody this energy, you transform yourself and the world around you. Your heart becomes a beacon that attracts souls yearning for healing and connection. Leading with love means making choices that uplift rather than tear down, that unite rather than divide. It means standing firm in truth but softening with grace.